I know that many of you might be feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or even uncertain about how to move forward in life. It can feel like your thoughts are racing, your mind is cluttered, and there's no clear way out. It's okay to feel like this. Everyone goes through tough times when our minds get the best of us. The good news is, there's a way to change your mental state, and you have the power to do it. All it takes is understanding how your thoughts work and how you can gently guide them in a new direction toward peace, clarity, and joy. The first thing to understand is that your thoughts are incredibly powerful. What you think directly influences how you feel, and those feelings can shape your reality in ways you might not realize. Our minds are like gardens, and our thoughts are the seeds we plant in them. If we're planting seeds of negativity, fear, or doubt, it's no surprise that our emotional and physical states can start to feel heavy and dark. However, if we begin to plant seeds of love, kindness, and positivity, the garden of our mind begins to blossom in beautiful ways. Take a moment to think about the last time you felt really good, truly happy and at peace. What were you thinking about in those moments? Chances are you were thinking thoughts that lifted you up, thoughts that made you feel calm and grounded. These kinds of thoughts create an environment in your mind and body that encourages health, happiness, and abundance. On the flip side, negative thoughts, like worrying about things you can't control or criticizing yourself, can lead to stress, discomfort, and even physical pain. When you realize this, it's like you've unlocked a secret power. You get to choose your thoughts, and by choosing them carefully, you can change how you feel and what you experience in your life. You might be wondering, how can I change my thoughts when they seem to be out of control? The answer lies in practicing awareness. Notice what's happening in your mind, just like you would notice clouds drifting across the sky. Instead of getting caught up in the storm of thoughts, you can observe them with kindness, as if you're watching the clouds pass by. Right now, try this simple practice. Take a deep breath and repeat this affirmation to yourself. I am open to new thoughts and new possibilities. This affirmation helps shift your focus from what's been weighing you down to the fresh, positive thoughts that are ready to enter your mind. Your mental state is not permanent. It's fluid, always changing. The more you practice choosing the thoughts that nourish you, the easier it becomes to shift into a higher, more positive state. So when you catch yourself thinking something negative or unkind, stop for a moment, take a breath, and gently replace it with something more loving or hopeful. This simple act of awareness and shift is powerful. With time, you'll find that your mental state starts to change, bit by bit, until the positive thoughts are more natural than the negative ones. Now let's take a moment to understand what happens when we get stuck in negative thinking patterns. It's easy to fall into the trap of repeating the same negative thoughts over and over again. You might catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, or things will never get better. These thoughts often come from past experiences or fears about the future. But remember, these thoughts do not define you. They are simply patterns that can be changed, and you have the power to change them. Awareness is the key to breaking these patterns. By recognizing when you're having a negative thought, you can create the space to choose a new one. Instead of letting the negative thought control you, you take control of it. You have the power to ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Often we're holding on to thoughts that don't even serve us or reflect who we truly are. They're just old stories, and you have the ability to rewrite them. One way to begin rewriting your thoughts is by practicing self-compassion. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend. If a friend came to you feeling down or worried, you wouldn't scold them for feeling that way. Instead, you would offer love, support, and understanding. You would remind them of their strength and worth. It's important to do the same for yourself. When a negative thought arises, offer yourself the same kindness and reassurance. A simple, loving affirmation like, "I am enough just as I am," can shift your focus from doubt to acceptance and self-love. As you continue this practice, you'll start to notice that your mental state becomes more flexible, and you'll feel less trapped by negative patterns. It's all about creating the habit of shifting your thoughts when they no longer serve you, and replacing them with thoughts that uplift and empower you. Remember, you're not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And with this awareness, you can choose to align your thoughts with who you truly are, someone who is worthy of love, happiness, and success. So every time you feel caught in a negative pattern, gently remind yourself, "I am the creator of my thoughts, and I choose peace." With this simple shift, you begin to take back control of your mind, and in doing so, you begin to take back control of your life. Your thoughts are powerful. They create your reality. And the best part is, you can change them at any time. So, what are you waiting for? Start planting seeds of love, peace, and positivity in your garden today. You might be asking yourself, but how do I change these thoughts that seem to have a life of their own? Negative thoughts can feel persistent, almost as if they have control over us. But they don't. With practice and mindfulness, you can learn to recognize these thoughts and stop them in their tracks. It starts with noticing when they arise. The moment you realize that you're spiraling into negativity, stop and take a deep breath. This simple act of pausing creates a space between the thought and your reaction to it. Take a moment to reflect. What are the thoughts you find yourself having most often? Are they kind? Are they supportive? Often we carry around negative beliefs about ourselves without even realizing it. These beliefs like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," can keep us stuck in a cycle of fear and doubt. But once you become aware of these beliefs, you can start to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? What evidence do I have that it's not true? More often than not, you'll find that these beliefs are just stories you've been telling yourself for years. Instead of accepting these negative thoughts, practice replacing them with something kinder, something more loving. Affirmations are a powerful tool in this process. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," gently replace that thought with, "I am capable and deserving of success." The more you repeat this new thought, the more it becomes your truth. With time, your mind starts to align with this new empowering belief. Another powerful way to shift your mental state is by practicing gratitude. Gratitude has an incredible ability to shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right in your life. When you start your day by listing 3 things you're grateful for, you're training your mind to look for the good, even in the midst of challenges. Gratitude helps you stay grounded and focused on the abundance that already exists in your life. So, when negative thoughts arise, try shifting your focus to gratitude. Even in moments of hardship, there is always something to be grateful for. As you practice these tools, be patient with yourself. Changing your mental state doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent practice, you will start to see shifts in how you feel and how you experience the world around you. You're building a new habit, a habit of choosing thoughts that empower you, that support you, and that lead to a life filled with peace and joy. It's important to remember that no thought is permanent. Thoughts are like clouds. They come and go. When a negative thought arises, acknowledge it without judgment and then let it pass. You don't need to hold on to it. The more you practice releasing negative thoughts and replacing them with loving, positive thoughts, the easier it will become to shift your mental state. And with this shift, you'll find that your life begins to change in beautiful, unexpected ways. So take a deep breath and remind yourself, I am in control of my thoughts and I choose peace. Your mental state is not something you have to accept as it is. You can change it. You have the power. You are the creator of your thoughts, and today you are planting seeds of love, peace, and joy in your mind. There are times when we all fall into the trap of negative thinking. It happens to the best of us. Thoughts like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, can pop into our minds without warning. These negative thought patterns often come from past experiences, things we've been told, or just fear of the unknown. But the truth is, these thoughts don't define you. They are simply patterns that can be changed, and you have the ability to change them. It's so important to recognize these negative thoughts when they appear. Often we don't even realize we're caught in a cycle of negativity until it feels like it's consuming us. The first step in changing these thoughts is to become aware of them. Once you notice the negative thought, stop for a moment and breathe. Take a deep breath and give yourself the space to acknowledge what you're thinking. There's no judgment here, just awareness. Ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it true? You may find that many of these negative thoughts aren't based on facts at all. They are just old stories, beliefs, or fears that no longer serve you. It's like you're carrying around a bag full of rocks that you don't need anymore. You have the power to let go of those rocks and choose lighter, more supportive thoughts. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, pause and replace it with something more loving and empowering like, I am worthy of love, success, and happiness. It's not about pretending that the negative thought doesn't exist, but rather about choosing not to let it control you. With practice, you'll begin to notice that these old thoughts lose their grip on you. Another way to break free from negative patterns is by using affirmations. Affirmations are powerful tools that help reprogram your subconscious mind. They're like planting seeds in your garden, but these seeds are filled with love, positivity, and possibility. When you affirm something positive about yourself, your mind begins to believe it. Try using affirmations such as, I am deserving of everything good in my life, or I trust that everything is working out for me. These affirmations are simple yet powerful, and they can help shift your focus from the negative to the positive. Repeat them often, especially when you find yourself slipping back into old thought patterns. Over time, you'll notice that these positive affirmations begin to take root and grow in your mind, pushing out the negative thoughts. Be gentle with yourself as you work through these negative patterns. You are not your thoughts. You are a loving, capable being. And the thoughts you think today don't have to be the ones you carry into tomorrow. When negative thoughts arise, simply recognize them and choose to replace them with thoughts that make you feel good, peaceful, and empowered. It's a process, but every small step you take in shifting your thoughts is a step toward greater mental and emotional freedom. Now let's talk about something very important: the power of self-love and acceptance. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that we need to be perfect or meet certain expectations before we can truly love ourselves. But the truth is, self-love is not about perfection. It's about accepting yourself exactly as you are, with all your beautiful qualities and all your imperfections. Self-love is the foundation of a positive mental state. When you love and accept yourself, you begin to create a life that reflects that love. You start to treat yourself with kindness, compassion, and respect. And when you do this, the world begins to treat you the same way. One of the most powerful ways to practice self-love is through mirror work. This is a simple but deeply transformative practice. Every morning, stand in front of a mirror and look into your own eyes. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, "I love and accept myself exactly as I am." Repeat it several times, allowing the words to sink in. It may feel awkward at first, but don't let that stop you. The more you do it, the more you will start to feel the truth of those words. Mirror work is not just about repeating affirmations. It's about truly connecting with yourself, seeing yourself as you are, flaws and all, and offering yourself the love and acceptance you deserve. When you can do this, you will begin to notice a shift in how you see yourself and how you interact with the world. You will stop seeking validation from others because you will have already given it to yourself. Another way to nurture self-love is by practicing kindness toward yourself. When you make a mistake or face a challenge, instead of criticizing yourself, treat yourself with the same love and understanding you would offer to a friend. If a friend came to you feeling down or disappointed, you wouldn't tell them they were worthless. You'd lift them up, remind them of their strengths, and reassure them that they're doing the best they can. It's time to do the same for yourself. As you continue to practice self-love and acceptance, you'll begin to notice a shift in your energy. You'll feel more confident, more at peace, and more aligned with your true self. Remember, self-love is not selfish. It is the foundation for a happy, healthy life. When you love yourself, you create a life that reflects that love, and that is a life worth living. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions that can block us from living the life we desire. It can keep us stuck in a state of anxiety, worry, and doubt, preventing us from moving forward. But what if I told you that fear is not something we have to live with forever? What if I told you that we have the power to shift from fear to love, and in doing so, we can create a life filled with peace, joy, and possibility? Fear is often based on what we don't know or what we can't control. It's a natural human emotion, but it doesn't have to control us. The key to shifting from fear to love is recognizing that love is the opposite of fear. Love is expansive, open, and freeing. When we choose to shift our focus to love, we are opening ourselves up to new possibilities, new opportunities, and a life of abundance. Think of fear as a small, dark room, and love as the bright sunlight that fills the space. The more you choose love, the more that light will fill every corner of your mind and heart, pushing out the darkness of fear. It's not about ignoring the fear or pretending it's not there, but rather about acknowledging it and choosing to focus on love instead. One of the best ways to shift from fear to love is by using positive affirmations. When fear creeps in, replace it with an affirmation like, "I choose love over fear in every situation." Repeat it as often as needed, and notice how your energy begins to shift. Love, when practiced consistently, can dissolve the grip that fear has on us. Another way to overcome fear is by taking small, courageous steps toward what you're afraid of. It doesn't have to be a huge leap, just a small step in the direction of love and possibility. Every time you take that step, you'll feel more empowered, more in control, and more aligned with your true self. You are more powerful than your fear. The truth is, fear is just a feeling, and feelings can be changed. When you choose love, you choose to release the hold that fear has on your life. And in doing so, you create space for peace, joy, and everything you deserve. So when fear arises, pause and take a deep breath. Remind yourself that you are in control. Replace the fear with love and choose to see the situation through the eyes of possibility. You are stronger than you realize, and love is the force that will set you free. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can immediately shift your mental state. When you focus on the things you are grateful for, it becomes much harder for negative thoughts to take root. Gratitude is like a light in the darkness, shining brightly on the blessings in your life, no matter how small. It helps you shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right, and that shift can create a deep sense of peace and joy. One of the best ways to start practicing gratitude is by making it a daily habit. In the morning, before you even get out of bed, take a few moments to think about 3 things you're grateful for. These don't have to be big things. They can be as simple as being grateful for a good night's sleep, for the warmth of the sun, or for a kind word from a friend. The key is to acknowledge and appreciate the blessings that are already in your life. This simple practice of starting your day with gratitude sets a positive tone for the rest of the day. You can also keep a gratitude journal. Every evening before bed, write down at least 3 things you're grateful for. It can be anything from a moment of peace to a small accomplishment to the love and support of those around you. Writing down your gratitude helps to solidify the positive energy in your life and gives you a sense of accomplishment. Over time, this practice will help you notice more and more things to be grateful for, and your overall mental state will improve. When you begin to look for things to be grateful for, your mind will naturally shift away from focusing on what's lacking or what's wrong in your life. Gratitude helps to remind you of the abundance that already exists. And when you acknowledge that abundance, you invite even more of it into your life. Gratitude is not just a mental exercise, it has the power to heal your body as well. Studies have shown that people who practice gratitude regularly have lower levels of stress, better physical health, and greater happiness. When you shift your focus to what you're thankful for, your body reacts by relaxing, reducing stress, and improving your overall well-being. Gratitude is a gentle yet powerful tool that can bring balance and healing into your life. Start practicing gratitude today. Notice the little things you have to be grateful for. It could be the sound of rain tapping on the window, a kind gesture from a stranger, or the warmth of your favorite blanket. Let gratitude fill your heart, and as you do, watch how your mental state begins to shift. Visualization is another powerful tool that can help you create the mental state you desire. Your mind is incredibly creative, and when you use visualization, you are tapping into the full potential of your imagination. Visualization is the act of imagining yourself living the life you want, feeling the emotions, seeing the details, and experiencing the joy of that reality. By practicing visualization regularly, you train your mind to see the possibilities, helping to attract them into your life. Take a moment and imagine yourself living the life you've always dreamed of. What does that life look like? How do you feel? Imagine waking up in the morning with a sense of peace, excitement, and joy. Picture yourself accomplishing your goals, feeling confident and at ease. As you visualize, allow yourself to feel the emotions of success, happiness, and fulfillment. The more vivid and real you make this visualization, the more you align your mind and energy with the reality you desire. It's important to remember that visualization is not just about seeing things clearly in your mind. It's about feeling the emotions that come with that vision. The emotions are what attract the experiences you want into your life. So as you visualize, focus on the joy, the peace, the excitement, or any other positive emotion that comes with your desired reality. You can also use visualization to change your mental state in the present. For example, if you're feeling stressed or anxious, take a few moments to close your eyes and imagine yourself in a peaceful, calm place. It could be a quiet beach, a beautiful garden, or anywhere that makes you feel safe and relaxed. Picture yourself breathing deeply, feeling calm, and letting go of all the tension in your body. By practicing this regularly, you train your mind to naturally shift to a calm and peaceful state when you need it most. Visualization is a wonderful way to support your journey of self-healing and empowerment. As you continue to practice it, you'll begin to notice more and more ways in which your thoughts and emotions align with your desired reality. So, take a few minutes each day to visualize the life you want, and let those feelings of joy and peace guide you toward the mental state you desire. Creating a daily practice is essential for maintaining a positive mental state. Just like you take time to care for your body by eating, exercising, and resting, it's equally important to nurture your mind and spirit. Building a routine that supports your mental and emotional well-being can help you stay balanced, calm, and focused throughout the day. Start by dedicating a few minutes each morning to set the tone for your day. You can do this by practicing affirmations, engaging in a gratitude practice, or simply taking a few deep breaths to center yourself. Morning rituals help you start the day with intention and clarity. So you're not simply reacting to the world around you, but actively creating the kind of energy you want to attract. Throughout the day, take moments to check in with yourself. If you find yourself getting caught up in negative thoughts or stress, pause and take a few deep breaths. Remind yourself of your affirmations, or take a moment to express gratitude for something in your life. These small acts of mindfulness can make a huge difference in how you feel. Evening rituals are just as important. Before bed, take time to reflect on your day and express gratitude for the positive moments. Writing in a gratitude journal can be especially helpful in reinforcing the good that you experienced. This simple practice helps you end your day on a positive note and sets the stage for restful, rejuvenating sleep. Creating a daily practice also includes setting aside time for self-care. Whether it's taking a relaxing bath, going for a walk in nature, or simply sitting in silence, make sure to prioritize moments of self-care throughout the day. When you care for yourself in this way, you are signaling to your mind and body that you are worthy of peace, relaxation, and joy. Remember, consistency is key. The more you practice these rituals, the more natural they will become. Over time, they will become a powerful tool to support your mental state and your overall well-being. The journey to changing your mental state is one that takes time and patience, but with each step you take, you are creating lasting change. The power to shift your thoughts, to heal your mind, and to create the life you desire is within you. You are not bound by your past, and you are not defined by your negative thoughts. You have the ability to create a new story, one of love, peace, and joy. As you continue on this journey, be gentle with yourself. There will be days when it's harder to shift your thoughts, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep going. With every practice, with every affirmation, with every moment of gratitude, you are building a new foundation. And this new foundation will support you in creating the life you truly deserve. Take a moment now to repeat this affirmation with me. I trust in the process of life, and I am open to change and transformation. Keep this affirmation close to your heart and use it whenever you need a reminder of the power you have within. You are capable of change, and your mental state is just the beginning of the beautiful transformation that is unfolding for you. Every step you take toward positive thinking and self-love is a step toward the life you desire. Trust yourself, trust the process, and remember that you are worthy of every good thing life has to offer. You have everything you need within you to create the mental state, the life, and the peace that you deserve. Keep moving forward, one loving thought at a time,